Welcome to Psych with Sigmund, the podcast where we explore the fascinating world of psychology. I'm your host, Sigmund, and today we're diving into the concept of personality types. This is a fundamental idea in psychology that helps us understand individual differences in thought, emotion, and behavior. So, what are personality types? Simply put, personality types refer to the unique patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving that define an individual's personality. It's like a psychological fingerprint that sets you apart from others. The concept of personality types has been around for centuries, with ancient philosophers like Hippocrates and Galen proposing different types of personalities based on bodily fluids. However, it wasn't until the 20th century that modern psychologists like Carl Jung and Isabel Briggs Myers developed more sophisticated theories of personality types. One of the most influential theories is Jung's concept of psychological types, which proposes that individuals tend towards one of two attitudes, introversion or extroversion. Introverts tend to be more reserved and focused on their internal world, while extroverts are more outgoing and focused on the external world. Additionally, Jung identified four functions: thinking, feeling, sensation, and intuition, which can be either dominant or auxiliary in an individual's personality. The Myers-Briggs type indicator is another widely used framework that builds upon Jung's theory. It categorizes individuals into one of 16 personality types based on four dimensions: extroversion, introversion, sensing, intuition, thinking, feeling, and judging, perceiving. For example, someone with an ENFJ type is likely to be charismatic, empathetic, and highly organized, while an INTP type is likely to be analytical, independent, and creative. Research has shown that personality types can have a significant impact on our lives. For instance, studies have found that certain personality types are more prone to stress, anxiety, or depression. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that individuals with a neurotic personality type were more likely to experience anxiety and depression. On the other hand, research has also shown that certain personality types are more resilient and better equipped to handle stress. In addition to its impact on mental health, understanding personality types can also improve our relationships and communication skills. By recognizing an individual's personality type, we can tailor our approach to their unique needs and preferences. For example, if you're working with someone who has a dominant thinking function, you may want to focus on logical arguments and data-driven approaches. On the other hand, if you're interacting with someone who has a dominant feeling function, you may want to emphasize empathy and emotional support. Therapeutic approaches like cognitive behavioral therapy and psychodynamic therapy also incorporate personality types into their frameworks. CBT, for instance, helps individuals identify and challenge negative thought patterns that are often associated with specific personality types. Psychodynamic therapy, on the other hand, explores the unconscious motivations and conflicts that shape an individual's personality. Let's consider a case study to illustrate how personality types can play out in real life. Meet Sarah, a 28-year-old marketing specialist who identifies as an ENTP type. Sarah is creative, adventurous, and loves to take risks, which serves her well in her career. However, she often struggles with commitment and follow-through, which can lead to feelings of guilt and anxiety. By recognizing her personality type and its associated strengths and weaknesses, Sarah can develop strategies to mitigate these challenges, such as breaking down large projects into smaller tasks and setting clear deadlines. Another important concept related to personality types is the idea of emotional intelligence. EI refers to our ability to recognize and regulate our emotions, as well as empathize with others. Research has shown that individuals with high EI tend to have better relationships, greater job satisfaction, and improved mental health. By developing our emotional intelligence, we can become more effective communicators, leaders, and team players. In conclusion, personality types offer a valuable framework for understanding individual differences in thought, emotion, and behavior. While there are various theories and models that attempt to categorize personality types, it's essential to approach these frameworks with a critical and nuanced perspective. By acknowledging both the benefits and limitations of personality types, we can harness their potential to improve our relationships, careers, and overall well-being. Remember that personality types are not fixed or absolute, but rather a dynamic and context-dependent aspect of human behavior. By embracing this complexity and diversity, we can foster greater empathy, understanding, and collaboration in our personal and professional lives. If you have any questions or topics you'd like to discuss, please don't hesitate to reach out. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, may your ego find balance between pleasure and reality.